Hello Taurus, Elsie here to do a reading for you. It is for the week ahead, my friends. What week is that? I don't know when you're here. Are you here next year? Are you here today when it's uploaded? Let's find out what's going on for you, Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. My lovely bull gang. If you have a Taurus placement in Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Jupiter, there could be something here for you in this general reading. Please remember it's entertainment purposes. And if you get angry about the reading at any moment, or it just feels like I'm speaking against what you believe, then please just know I'm not reading about you. If at any point it doesn't resonate, this is not your read. Take what's yours and leave the rest. All right, so we've got 2 of Pentacles here. We've got the 6 of Pentacles. We've got the Ace of Wands in the reverse. We've got out the 2 of Cups. Look, I'm just going to put them on the table because they're all just coming out right away. We've got the Moon. Taurus, I'm just going to say it feels like there's a decision you're trying to make here. It could be part of a group think tank. It could be part of a group decision. It feels like really, I feel like there is, you're trying to land on, I'm going to say a solid ground. Like it feels like you're sort of up in the air about something, trying to keep your balance, back, forth, back, forth. It feels like you're trying to land on a decision about whether or not some sort of reciprocal energy is going to go down. Because right now I don't think that it is. The Ace of Wands is in the reverse. It feels like you're not getting any action. You're not getting any action from somebody. So I don't necessarily know if you've got someone here that you're speaking with currently. If you are speaking with someone currently for whatever reason, friendship, family, whoever it is I'm speaking of, doesn't always have to be love. But it feels as though there is a good reciprocal practical energy here. But there is no passion. There's no fire. It feels like with the Ace of Wands in the reverse, this feels very practical. That's why I'm saying that it doesn't always have to be love. Now, I feel like there is a bond with this person, but it feels like a practical bond. It feels like we agree on some things in emotional ways. It feels like you're trying to decide how you feel about the situation. The Moon energy is here. This feels like this is the heart of the matter, right? That's the reason that all the other cards are here. And the Moon energy is saying things are not as they seem. It feels like things are not as they seem. You don't know what to make of the conversation. You don't know if there's a plan for somebody to show you that they're feeling a little more excited about your connection than planning things, going out for coffee. I mean, for some of you, if you are looking at this with a romantic lens, it feels like, Taurus, that there is the 2 of Cups here. But I feel like if you're looking at this with a romantic lens, it feels like you don't know where things are at this time. Because somebody here is keeping it to themselves. It feels like with the Ace of Wands here that somebody's not taking action. They're giving you a lot of practical energy. They're giving you balanced practical energy. I feel like this person might be part of a group. So Pentacles are here, and we've got 6 and 2 is 8. It could be the workplace. But it feels as though there is somebody here who's not taking action. You might be wondering if there's a plan under the surface that you're not seeing. But if this is just workplace practicality, it feels like a decision is about to be made by a group of people. This could be a group of people who are tasked with making a decision about the plan. I'm going to say the plan is sort of hidden. So if this is a workplace thing for you and you are applying for a position outside of your position but within the corporation, I feel like you're in the running. I don't think you know what they're looking for or what the plan is. Like, it feels as though you're probably looking at this because you want to move to the next level. Maybe you're a subject matter expert. This seems like an easy win for you. But it feels as though, I feel like I have a good connection with the people in this group. It could be they want you to lead a group. It could be a group that are making the decision. It does feel like there is a waiting period. Something is stalled. You're waiting for someone to take action, to say something. I'm going to say if it was an interview process that you went through or that you're about to go through, I feel like the interview process goes all right, but it does feel like they are dragging their heels in making some sort of decision. If this is a connection that is an emotional or romantic connection, maybe it's a friendship connection, it feels like somebody's not really giving you as much attention or time as they used to. Maybe they've pulled back their energy. Maybe they're not asking you to go out places with them anymore at this time. I feel like something is going to change here really quickly. For me as a reader, we all have our things when we see combinations. And for me, when the moon and the sun are in proximity of each other, it always feels like, boom, something changes overnight. So something is going to be revealed to you. You will see the plan a little bit clearer. And it feels like it comes in super quick. It does feel like somebody takes a risk. It could be you, it could be them. But we do have the Knight of Pentacles here. So I feel like things have been going really slow. And I feel like somebody is like in a friendship, making a friendship, trying to make a stable friendship. We give each other a lot of our time. We have good conversations, but nobody's really taking a step forward. Not you, not them. It feels like the Three of Wands is like, what is going on with my future? I don't know what the intention is of the future. I think you're going to know soon, because the Knight of Wands is here, and it feels like somebody here is about to take some sort of a risk to maybe deepen the bond or deepen the connection or solidify the friendship. Like you're kind of getting to know somebody, and it feels like they give you good conversation, but maybe it's when you call them. Maybe it's when you text them. Maybe they put you in a position to make all the plans. And it feels like this Knight of Pentacles here, that this person is really slow to step forward. You might find out why, because the sun and the moon are here. And to me, it goes from night to day. Something comes to the surface here. We're going to put down a couple of cards here. And we'll see what's under the surface that you can't quite see just yet. We've got the Fool. So something here is about to move, Taurus. And we've got the Ten of Swords. Okay, so I'm going to say that what you don't see is that someone has to release something. Someone is overthinking. They have to release themselves with the overthinking. This could be somebody here who has a hard time making decisions because they're an air sign. They could be someone who overthinks everything, right? Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, they are always going to look at things without the emotions. That might be why you're getting a lot of practical conversation, a lot of practical reciprocal energy from them. Whatever you give them, they give back. But it feels to me, Taurus, that if you give it to them, they're all too happy to give it back. But if you don't give it to them, you don't hear from them. They drag their heels. I think you're going to find out why. The Knight of Wands is here. It feels like somebody has a plan to step forward or to maybe send you the text. I do see Wands is more texting, more emails, stuff like that. To me, Swords are conversation. So I feel like there's no conversation, but I feel what you don't see under the surface is it doesn't necessarily mean it's not leading to something that could be brand new, like a brand new friendship or a brand new closer bond. Let's talk about the Six of Pentacles, because I feel like you know who I'm talking about. It feels like this is a very practical friendship. This is somebody who you may have a little spark for. You may be attracted to them, right? The Knight of Wands, I always say, is, for me, the Knight of Wands is more like the thirst trap. So maybe you're attracted to the way they look. It feels like there is an attraction here, and it feels like you're like, okay, well, what's the plan? You're trying to let that person step forward, it feels to me. Tell me about the Six of Pentacles. This person is very even-tempered, even with their energy, but they're very practical. They're giving you friendship vibes, whereas maybe you are feeling a little more than that possibly, or that you would love to get to know this person deeper, whether this is platonic or romantic, because the Two of Cups isn't always romantic. It's really just you giving me your emotional energy, I give it back, so we get to know the little secrets about each other, we get to know each other in a little deeper bonded way. Tell me about the Six of Pentacles. We've got the Four of Cups. We've got the Six of Swords. It's like, look, what's going on? The Four of Cups, right? That's a little bit of stagnant energy. I'm waiting here. I'm just waiting here. And it feels like somebody is like, I'm not chasing you. So it doesn't feel like any terrible thing that I'm talking about. It feels like, look, I'm not going to do the chasing. If you're going to move away, then move away. And that's okay with me. It feels like you're in a very even sort of stable, fours are always about stability. So you're in a very stable emotional state. I don't think you are attached to the outcome, is what I want to say. I don't think you're attached to the outcome, because the Six of Swords tells me that you're like, well, it is what it is. I'll be fine where I am. If you decide that this is just something you want to remain as friendship or practicality, if you want me to remain in my department and not have the promotion, the upgrade to the next department, that's fine. I'm happy with my job where it is. Like, it feels like you're not really stuck to an outcome, but you're wondering about the Ace of Wands in the reverse. What is going on? So we have the Page of Cups here. So I really think that the detachment of the Six of Swords is going to work in your favor. It feels like I think you're supposed to keep your eye on the prize, whatever it is the prize is for you right now, whatever it is you love to do. Maybe it's a creative thing. Maybe it's working out. I don't know what it is, but it feels like it's with the Four of Cups, it makes me feel like it keeps your emotions in this very stable range. And maybe you're just a little bit bored. Maybe you just need a little bit of excitement in your life. And so, but I think that the Six of Swords is saying, look, if you're going to move away, if you're going to go and not come forward, then fine, I'll just go to the calmer place. This is not really emotionally chaotic for me. I'm not really attached to the outcome. I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised, or some good news is coming. So for those of you who have applied for the job outside the corporation or inside the corporation, I feel like good news is coming and you're going to be making a move. I feel like the Six of Swords is telling me you're crossing to the next path, and or you're going to the next the next shoreline. It feels like you're going to a place that maybe isn't easier, but is less chaotic. So let's talk about the Two of Cups. What is this? Tell me about the Two of Cups. We've got the Five of Pentacles. It feels like somebody keeps sidestepping getting to know you better emotionally. It feels like you are a kind of person that maybe connects emotionally, but I feel like somebody here is avoiding connecting emotionally. Feels like a bit of avoidant energy with the Five of Pentacles. We've got the Seven of Pentacles. And we've got the Seven of Wands. So it feels like somebody's got some pretty stiff boundaries. It feels like this person just keeps their head down and working. I could be talking about work. I could be talking about relationship. I could be talking about friendship, but I could be talking of all of those things going on inside the workplace. Whatever your lens is here today, but it feels like the Seven of Pentacles tells me, like, I'm really tired of waiting. I don't really want to wait anymore. And I would say to you, well, that's up to you. That's not up to them. Whether you wait or whether you don't is totally your thing. You decide to wait, that's your decision. They're not making you wait. You can make that decision on your own. But the Seven of Wands tells me that you feel that somebody has boundaries up as to where the line is. You know what I mean? So I feel like this person sees this very seriously. This person's got a very serious look on their face. And I feel like they see it very seriously, and it feels like they know that if they cross the line or if they cross over, that it's going to tip into emotional. And somebody here is not sure, the Moon, whether they want something to tip into something more emotional. Like, if you are somebody who's getting interviewed by someone in the corporation or the company that really likes you, or maybe it's a friend who's giving you the opportunity for that job, or maybe you know the person interviewing you. Do you know what I mean? It feels like we have to have a boundary where friendship ends and relationship begins, and I'm not really sure that I'm ready to step over the boundary. It feels like somebody here is not ready to step over the boundary. It feels like they're keeping their walls up. We have the Death card on the bottom of the deck. That may come to an end, or it may change depending on the plan. Let's talk about the Two of Wands, because I feel like you feel stuck in the dark, that you really don't know what's going on. You don't have any information. I feel like you're like you got one foot on the gas, one foot on the brake. Like, I just want to go already. Where am I going? Just say so. But please understand that you don't have to give anybody that kind of energy. You don't have to give it over to them. You can always make the decision to just step away. We've got the Two of Wands, which comes up to the Empress. And so the Empress here is abundance, kindness, love. This is somebody who's very sovereign, though. So as I said, I don't think you're stuck to the outcome, whoever you are. I feel like you're not stuck to the outcome. And the the Queen of Queens, the Empress here, is somebody who is sovereign. It's like, I'm not really stuck to the outcome because I'm here for the journey. I'm here for the journey and to enjoy the journey. And I'm not going to stop my journey based on somebody not seeing my worth, because those are the words of someone who knows their worth. Look, if it's not you, it'll be somebody else. So just carry on the path and I'll find whatever is meant to find me will. The Page of Swords is in the reverse. So I'm going to say that it feels as though there's really no conversation going on outside of wherever you know this person from, whether it's from work, whether it's from a group of people. That I was saying the Six of Pentacles. It feels like there is no communication going on outside of that. So it feels like you see them inside work, or you see them inside the group think tank, right? Whatever this is here. It feels as though this Two of Wands is saying that you feel a little stuck, because I think with the Page of Swords in the reverse, it's like, I don't really know what's going on. I don't have any information, but I do want to move forward. You see what I'm saying, right? It's like the discipline of your emotions. It's like, I want to go forward, but I don't know if I should. These two horses are trying to find their own way, right? And if the two horses get out of line, the masculine and the feminine gets out of line, then you end up flipping your polarity into a masculine energy, which the Empress is not. I mean, she has a balance of masculine and feminine, but she doesn't lead with masculine. She leads with feminine. So I feel like what you don't want to do is flip the polarity and start the chase. It feels like, I mean, if you do, I mean, that's totally up to you. Please know I'm not telling you what to do, but I feel like that's not what you want. I don't think you want to chase, because the Page of Swords is in the reverse. Tell me what's going to be revealed here eventually. Tell me about the Sun, please. Tell me about the Sun for Taurus. We've got the Eight of Cups, we've got the Eight of Wands, and we've got the Hanged Man. So I think what's going to be revealed to you is that essentially you're going to have to walk away. I feel like you're going to have to detach from your emotions in order to just do the thing that you want to do, focus on yourself, keep creating paths, keep doing the creation. You're in this creation mode, so keep creating, keep taking care of yourself. Keep focusing on yourself. I think that's what you're supposed to be doing. Detach from it. I think the revelation is the Eight of Wands. It will catch up with me if it's supposed to be mine. And it's the absolute truth. I would say to you guys, right? If it's supposed to be yours, it will hunt you down until it finds you. And so I feel like you know that. I don't think I have to tell you that, because if you truly are in the Empress energy, you don't vie for it. You don't stop your life and wait for it. You're the person who just keeps moving forward, right? And I think here the Hanged Man is, that's your perspective. So if it wants me, it will come get me. If the job is mine, it's already mine. If that's the trick about being the Empress, right? You're never stuck to an outcome, because you know that the outcome is already what it should be. You're just following the path that is opening up for you, whether it's the new job or the new relationship or the new friendship, whatever it is, you're just ready to follow the path that opens up for you. So the Hanged Man is here. I feel like you are looking at it with perspective, but that everything is currently in a pause. And the realization is, I don't have to wait. Even though it's in a pause, you don't have to wait, Taurus. You never did. The Eight of Wands is here, telling you, look, you can go forward with whatever velocity is completely up to you. Sagittarian energy. All right, bottom of the deck, Three of Swords. Why is that? Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so I feel like if this is a job, it feels like it is something that is going to make a very big difference in your lifestyle. I'm going to say that this is going to put you at the top of the tax bracket you want to be in. It feels like it's long term. It'll be locked in for a long while. This is something that you're planning on retiring at this position if this is work. I feel like that's why you're a little bit worried, maybe a little bit disappointed, or a little bit frustrated that there's no actual answers showing up at this time. We've got the Knight of Cups. You're dreaming about it. I see the potential. I hope that it works. Like, I feel like it's all of that, and somebody here, every time you see them, gives you the stoic face. I don't think they're showing you anything on the surface, and you're like searching them for information about what is actually going on. I feel like this is a permanent position, a stable permanent position where you end up being the leader, the person who is the one who is tasked with thinking outside the box, the one who is tasked with making everyone else feel strong. It feels like this is kind of weighing heavy on you because you're not getting an answer. Like I said, I could be talking about work. I could be talking about a relationship. It feels like you see the potential in it, but please understand that that's all this is, seeing the potential in it. You've got to move really strategically and slowly, because getting caught up in the fantasy of what it could be, that person might not have the same vision or view of themselves as you have for them, or vision or view of the position for you as you have for yourself. All right, so then we're going to talk about this under the surface here, because it feels like something's going to have to be let go before a beginning can happen. So look, what I'm saying is, it could be that, yes, you might go in and be applying for a job that a friend is getting let go from. And that's the conundrum, that the Fool is an awkward place to be. I've never been at this place before. It's exciting. I could take a leap, but they might be letting go someone that you know in order to get the Empress to stand up in that spot, whether you're the feminine or masculine Empress, right? Okay, we're going to talk more about this. We'll find out what all this moon energy is about. We'll talk about this. We'll clarify more to find out what's going on here. And if you want to have that information as well, you can find it in the membership area. That's where all of the extendeds go. That's where I'll be going next. If you're interested in a private read, please know that starting today, what's the date today? Today is the 5th of August, starting today. I do have just a 7-day promotion, and that is readings for $25. These readings are $25. They are for just a promotional 7 days, and it is no backstory, friends. No backstory. Give me your sun, moon, and rising and your question, and I will answer it in the time frame that I need in order to give you an answer. That means that this could be a less than 15 minutes, but I will read until I feel comfortable with the answer that I get for you. So $25. If you're interested in that, please click on the link to Hypsee. You will find that in the packages that I offer. It is a limited time offer if you would like to do that with me. And I'm going to go for now. Oh, yeah. Also, private readings are open that are live, and I've been getting a lot of those lately. Gosh, people are booking into the future. We're already booking into September. I've got 2 cancellation spots, so if you're interested in that for August. But other than that, I'm already booking into September. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back because I'm always back. Thanks, Taurus, for coming here and watching. You guys, thanks so much. I'm going to go. Bye-bye.